collectible giveaway on this YouTube channel, Big Collectibles, and we're giving away some major items, comic books, we're giving away Veve NFTs, opensea NFTs, we're giving away sport cards, Marvel freeze frame cards, we're giving away a little bit of everything, even waxes in there. So stay tuned for the latest and greatest. We're working things out for when we're going to be doing the giveaway. We just want to make sure we get it right. Okay, so this video is about something very, very special to me. MMORPG. Is Veve going to be an MMORPG, or are there going to be some MMORPG elements within the Veveverse? This is a very important question. If you are planning on investing in Veve, if you are planning on buying their collectibles, if you are in the NFT game, or even just interested in metaverse, this is something that you should get a little bit of an insight on. And this is just, again, I'm not a financial advisor. This is just my opinion. That's all it is. So by the end of this video, you're going to discover what an MMORPG is and how this is going to affect us if you are or somebody jumping onto the whole Veve or metaverse, Veveverse, or what have you. So this video is being promoted by Dokta Strange Hip Hop artist. Link in the description for his latest and greatest album. Get something fresh, get something new, add it to the rotation so you can kick back, relax, and let yourself go. Don't sweat what you heard. You see, I got skills too. You didn't know. But now, all right, so here we go. What is an MMORPG? First off, I think we should start there. MMORPG, if you don't know, I'm going to go ahead and glance over it. It's a multiplayer role-playing game online. So I'm going to have to write it out. MMO stands for, the acronym is Massively Multiplayer Online Game. Okay, did I get them all right? Massively Multiplayer Online Role-Playing Game. I'm sorry, role-playing game. I spent many years playing World of Warcraft. I mean, many years. Several, not 1, 2, 3. I mean, a lot of years playing World of Warcraft. And I played other MMOs out there, but most of the time was spent playing WoW. So what it is when you go and you have a whole environment where you have online players, right? So it's like real world in the sense that you can communicate, you build friends. So you log into this, and you probably know more like Grand Theft Auto. So think of Grand Theft Auto, but everybody's online, right? So you're online, but the whole game, there is no single player, non-online part of the game or option. It's just the game is online. If you're not online, you can't play it. So you log in and you literally see people running around, and you have everybody's name tag in front on top of them. And so the whole purpose of the game is to make friends and then to do certain parts of the game. So how this is going to apply to Veveverse or metaverse is because this is a proven method of addiction, for lack of a better. It's proved that people love these type of games. It's addictive. It's just the immersiveness because you are talking to friends. So just like, for instance, I'll give you a perfect example. I have made friends here on the YouTube channel, and we communicate. And it makes things better, more fun. And we talk, we bounce ideas off of each other. Same, and just as humans, that's just what we're inclined to do. So with that being said, when you go and look at the Veveverse or metaverse, they are going to look at MMORPG, and it's going to be, whether you like it or not, an MMORPG, because you're going to log in. You're going to maybe have glasses or a VR headset, whatever the case is, but you're going to immerse yourself into this environment where all the other players are real life players, and you'll be able to communicate with them. And then just like an MMORPG, you're going to have a whole economic system where you have gold, silver, copper, just like an MMORPG. But obviously in this, you're going to have OMI, or you're going to have whatever other crypto coin is being backed by that specific metaverse, whether it be Litecoin or Bitcoin or Ethereum or Polygon or whatever it is, Solana, whatever it is, you're going to have a whole economic system within this game, within this MMORPG. Now, in an MMORPG game, you're going to make friends and you're going to make guilds or clans, whatever, but it's groups of people that are friends. The same thing as an MMORPG. Now, Veveverse may not call themselves, hey, we're an MMORPG, but look, what are the similarities? We're going through all these similarities, right? So now you've got friends, you've got guilds or clans, you've got a whole economic system, you have an auction house. Sounds really familiar, right? You have an auction house, you have a community where you can just talk to people that are not even in your clan. You can make these friendships with people that are not part of your clan. And sometimes I'm in a clan and I'm become good friends with another person, part of another clan. But you know what? It's okay. We're still friends outside. So I think it's going to be the same deal. I think it's just going to be a matter of time before we see sects of people within the Veveverse or within the metaverse where we're going to start separating ourselves because we're going to be just so many of us. You're going to have, just like Facebook, and you know Facebook, they have groups, right? So you're going to have these different groups of people that have really share a kind of intimate whatever it is that they shared, their point of view on certain things or whatever the case is. But once you start getting, several 100,000 people into a site or into an environment, MMORPG, they're just going to start breaking away. Now, just like in the MMORPG, you will have games within the game. So you're in the game, you're communicating, you're on the auction house, and then besides your day-to-day activities, and like World of Warcraft, you eventually, after a few expansions, you had a little area of your own, a la your own home, your virtual home, where it was just you, it was yours. So when that all happens, people or in the Veveverse, you're going to be able to visit other people and just go and see their collectibles and see what they have on display and say, oh yeah, this is Big Collectables' house. Yeah, he's got this and this and that. He's been in from the very beginning or close to the very beginning. Look at this collection that he has. It's really nice. So now, so you have that whole aspect of it, and then one of the more important parts of an MMORPG is that you can go with your friends and do certain parts of the environment. Now there's several different things in the environment that you can go do. You can go and kill raid bosses that are roaming around the world, and it's huge. You have to travel there, and it's super far, and you go and you kill the raid boss for digital gear. Hats, I'm using terms that everyone will understand, pants, shoes, and what happens, so besides that, you have player versus player. You can go, and there's so many different versions of player versus player that you can go do. You can go invade another castle. You can go do capture the node in an organized kind of group. You can go into servers where are specific non-player characters that are there, and you go and attack these computer-controlled characters for gear. I mean, there's just so many games within the games. There's a card game that you can play. There's just tons of entertainment in this MMORPG that you can partake in with your friends, with the ultimate goal of what? It is digital gear. And why is it so important for this digital gear? Because it's floss. Now I'm going to say the Thunder Fury. Thunder Fury in World of Warcraft was this super hard. You had to get 2 hands of rags. You had to get the left binding, right binding. Long story short, it was super hard to get. And guess what? My clan was the second clan in the server to get one. The second. This is a lot of people on a server, and we were the second clan. And my homeboy in real life was able to get one. And we were, in the clan. So when he was able to get it, now just for people knowing that we were friends within the game. Now I didn't know these people in real life, and the thing is, so he would walk by and they would see that huge sword that sparkled and did all this crazy stuff, right? People would see and start messaging him, and then they would see what clan is he in. Oh, and now it's flossing. Now our clan was famous within the server, and it sounds ridiculous to you, but what do you think people on social media are doing when they're posting their car, their meal, their vacation? They're flossing. They're trying to show off. That's what it is. It's human nature. And so in an MMORPG, people are flossing, right? And what's even better about the metaverse or Veveverse is because you actually own these because they're on the blockchain and they're assigned to you. Those digital assets in an MMORPG that you don't own, the computer owns them. Once you, like me, it's been years since I've played. That's it. It's done and over with. I don't, like it's non. It belongs to the game. Blizzard, who makes the game, it belongs to them. But in the Veveverse, it's going to be so much more of a thing because you actually take possession of it in your crypto wallet, and you can go and take it wherever you want, and you can take it to another game. And because life goes on and things change, and I may not play World of Warcraft anymore, but it would be super dope that I could take my old school super flossy things from World of Warcraft and now get into my next thing, whatever it is in the Veveverse, and then I can have it on display in my virtual home. Yes, it's been 10 years since I played that game, but I look back and I have an emotional tie of the 8 years that I played that game, 8 years I spent getting that digital asset. People spend years and years and years playing these MMORPGs for these digital assets, and they don't even own them. And people pay a lot of money for gold and for mounts and for all these things to floss. They'll pay real money for these digital assets just to floss while they're logged into the game. How much more do you think people are going to want to pay real money for different things to floss, digital assets, digital, VV NFT drops, and so on and so forth? If they can floss forever, they'll be able to put it on display, even if they're not playing the game. They'll be able to put it on display on a wall in their virtual home. And if you don't think that this metaverse is going to happen, Mark Zuckerberg is spending a whole lot of money to implement his. You've got another company, which I'm going to make a video about, who's developing another metaverse. You got Veveverse coming out. You see the licenses that Veveverse has. Imagine them coming together, which what I think is what should happen, but what will happen, I don't know. But we should have Veveverse and Facebook verse or metaverse, whatever. We should have them all. And Nvidia-verse, I'm going to make a video about that. They should all link up, make this huge, massive, immersive environment where you can go and it's interchangeable from one game to another, or one metaverse to another. So you can just hop in and out of each of them. And that way you can again, you have this thing on display in your house. You could have a nice, Thunder Fury on display. You spent so long, and now I have a friend that used to play World of Warcraft or another MMORPG, and they come in and they're like, "Oh man, oh yeah, how you got one of those?" Yeah, absolutely. We were the second server but it'll go beyond that. I'm telling you, Veveverse or Metaverse is going to be like a MMORPG except on steroids, because you're going to have the whole gaming environments linked to it, and on top of that, you'll be able to put your stuff on display in your virtual home. This is where it's going. And then you have regular collectibles. You have Top Shot, and it's just a matter of time before you just are or art or whatever it is. You can just have it literally on display, and you don't have to have everybody come over to your physical house to go and look at it. That's the thing, because right now I have a bunch of sport cards that are worth a lot of money, but if I want to show it off to people, they got to come to my house. I'm not going to have a bunch of people come to my house. But now if I'm able to display it in my metaverse or my Veveverse, whatever it is, Nvidiaverse, whatever, it's going to be super dope. I have it there on the wall. Everybody can come through and they can check it out. Yeah, man. Yeah, I did this and did that. Yeah, you know what? I'm flossing. I'm showing off. Showing off, yeah. You know what? And then they say, you know what? All right, well, I've got one for you. I have got this legendary whatever. I've got this Bolt golden statue. When oh wow, you were there from the very beginning. Wow, okay. I mean, that's not the very beginning, but you know what I'm saying, from somewhat the beginning. Oh, you've got the Bart Simpson, Homer choking him with gold. Oh my gosh, you got this comic book from those. That was one of the first few ones. You could have the Marvel comic issue 1, Ultimate Fallout 4 issue 1, Secret Rare. Oh, dang, that's crazy. These are conversational pieces. This is flossing. This is just one of those things. As a collector, that's what they're looking for. So my answer is yes. Veveverse, Metaverse, all of them. They're going to have MMORPG elements within the game, but even better because they're going to have even more stuff within there. You'll be able to go and access your buy things. You'll be in the Veveverse and you'll see a banner of something and it'll say, oh, we're selling whatever. Oh, you know what? I want to have it ordered and shipped to my house. Okay, ordered to my house, and you keep it moving. Oh, I'm on my way to go and we're going to play a game. I'm going to play a card game with some buddies. Oh, we're going to have some friends over at the house, my virtual house. We're going to go and look at some collectibles. It's going to be like that, except way more immersive, way more. Just have the vision. Just look at it. I'm super hyped, super pumped about it. I hope you are too. Don't be that last person jumping on Bitcoin when it's at $60,000 and you're like, dang, you know what? I should have jumped on it before. Or Ethereum when it was, at $200 and now it's $4,600 and change. Just putting it out there. Don't be that last person to jump on, oh wow, AOL or Google or Yahoo. You know what? Maybe I should have invested in it and then saw some profits and then pulled it and moved it into the next thing, what have you. I'm just saying. I'm not a financial advisor. It's just my vision, and MMORPG is definitely going to be in the game, in the Veveverse, Metaverse for sure. Good luck in all of your investments. Let them all be your collectible investments. Let them all be profitable.